let's take our business study class. In our class today, we will see buying and selling. In our previous class, we saw trade and we saw aids to trade. Today, we are going to see buying and selling. When you hear the word buying and selling, what comes to your mind? The process of acquiring goods by paying, and then the seller giving you goods by receiving money. That's just a simple definition or simple explanation to buying and selling. And so if we look at buying as the means of acquisition of goods by paying out some money, if buying has to do with the acquisition of goods by paying out some money, it implies that selling means the giving out of goods to receive money. You give out your goods, you give out your services to receive a reward or to receive money. That's just buying and selling. Acquisition of goods on the part of the buyer and giving out of the goods on the part of the seller. So it goes vice versa. You give me money, I give you products. You give me products, I give you money. So it's vice versa, give and take. Give me money, you receive my product. Give me products, I give you my money. That's just the process of buying and selling. But then, having seen the process of buying and selling, what are the methods involved in buying and selling? That's another key point to note. What are the methods involved in buying and selling? Let's see methods that are used in buying and selling. Before we see the methods under buying and selling, I want us to understand what these two terms means: cash buying and credit buying. When you hear the word cash buying, it means that the buyer pays the seller the instant the goods is handed over to him or her. That means the buyer pays after negotiation and the price is favorable to him or her, the buyer. Money is handed over to the seller. That is cash transaction. But in the case of credit transaction or credit buying, it means that the buyer agreed to pay the seller on a set date or at a particular time. It might be in full at a set date, or it can be instrumental on different dates that they have agreed on. And under this credit buying, it can be that a credit card company will undergo such payment for you. For example, the banks gives credit card, or financial body gives out credit card where they undertake payments on behalf of their customers. So in this instance, under credit buying, the individual agreed to pay on a later date, or a credit awarding company pays on the behalf of his customer. That's where we use credit cards to make payments. In this era where cashless economy is advocated, we see that most times cash do not exchange hands between the buyer and the seller. It moves via the banks, and it is done via their debit card or their credit cards. So this is what we understand by cash buying and credit buying. Let's see methods used in buying and selling. Now let's see the different methods of buying and selling. One method is through description. Another one is through sample, auction, inspection. Now let's take the first one. How does buying and selling take place through its description? There are products that the description are just there in the packaging and in the label, and the content is just there to hand over to you. For example, your soft drink, your Coca-Cola. You buy it because of the description given to that product. You are not meant to test it. You are not meant to know the flavor found in there. You're not meant to measure the taste, the sugary content in there. And we have products like your canned beverages, your milk, your Milo, your Bonvita, whatever. They already can. The description is just up there in the label and the content is already packaged and sealed. You do not have the liberty. You don't have the liberty to open it, to test it before you buy it. You just trust the description. You just trust the standard because you know it's an already made standard that have been put in place. That is description buying. You don't test it. You just buy based on the standard already set out. That is for the first point. Then sample. There are products that you will get the sample first before you think of buying. Most products like these are new products that want to break into the market. Sometimes we buy things and there is an accompanying gift of another product on that product that we have just bought. And when we look at that product, it is like an advert telling us to try out the product to see how it goes. If we try it out and we find it's pleasurable to us, we might go for the product. And there are sometimes too people who produce organic products, they send out random sample to their customer to test it out. And once the customers are satisfied with what they see or what they got as a result, they may go for such products. That is by sampling. Then another one is auction. Auction is a process whereby bidders come to the market or come for the product to bid. Price tags are put on these products, and at intervals the price tag are changed. And then people are asked to bid for this product. Tell us how much you were able to buy this product. And most times the highest bidder is the highest bidder, not most times. It is the highest bidder that goes with the product or the property. Most times landed property, fixed assets are auctioned. Like for example, a piece of land that wants to be sold by those who own it might be bidded up, and then the highest bidder will have to go, will have to take the product or buy the product. That is by auction. They auction it and the highest bidder gets it. Inspection. I think in our major farmers market, in our shops, most of the products we buy, we inspect them. You want to buy garri, you want to taste it. You want to buy oil, you want to taste it. You want to buy groundnuts, you want to taste it. You inspect it. Sometimes we look at the product to see the healthiness of the product, to see the quality and quantity of the product. We inspect it with our hands, we weigh it, we look at it with our eyes, we evaluate whether it's something we actually want. So these are methods of buying and selling: through description, through sampling, through auction, through inspection. Now let's see few documents that are used in buying and selling. So now let's see the documents that passes through the buyers and the sellers during business transactions. One is inquiry. Inquiry notes, inquiry phone call, inquiry text, inquiry email, quotation, order, invoice, delivery note, receipt, statement of account. Let's take them one at a time. Inquiry. This is a document sent or sent out to your seller to inquire about some products you want. It can be done through the phone. It can be done through sending a mail, sending a letter, one-on-one contact to make inquiry about a particular product or a number of goods and services you want to acquire or buy from a customer. That is for inquiry notes. And the inquiry note has to carry the name of the company making the inquiry, the date, then the company they are inquiring from, the signature, and others. They will have quotation. After making inquiry, the organization or your seller is supposed to send you a quotation to tell you the description of goods they have and at what amount they sell. And so the quotation carries the name of the organization, the product in which you have made inquiries on, the quantity and the quality of products they will give you, at what price. That will be in your quotation. There you can evaluate between two companies to know which to go for. Or if it suits your company and it goes well with you and your seller, you buy from them. Quotation. Then after quotation, you make order. It suits you. The quotation they sent to you fits in what you want it. Its cost efficiency is good on your side. Then that way you make order. For your order to be sent to you, you have to send it. And then they will process it and send to you. Your order have to bear your organizational name, the products you want or the goods you want, the quantity you need, and the price at which you have agreed to pay. That goes for the order. Then after the order has been processed, it is sent to you and an invoice accompanying it. The invoice tells you whether you paid in cash or you are paying instrumental or you paid part payment or it's a credit delivery. Then the invoice tells you the quantity they are delivering to you, at what price is being delivered to you, at what date is being delivered to you, the signature of the company, and then to you that they sent it to. Then the delivery note follows the invoice because it's a note notifying your buyer that we have sent this goods to you on a set date. And it is the purpose of documentation to know when the goods were sent, at what time, who received the goods, how was the payment made, is it in credit or in cash. These are the documents that are used during buying and selling transactions. So after the delivery note, we have the receipts. Receipts are issued to people who have paid in full. And so if you have made order and you have paid in full, receipt is given to you to tell you how much you have paid, what date you purchased the product, how the day it has been delivered to you, the signature of the company and your own signature, documenting when such product was bought. And finally, statement of account. The documents are not exhausted. This is the 7 I pick. Statement of account. This is a document the seller sent to the buyer to let him know credit transaction that is between them, products that they have discounted for them, sales discounts they have discounted for them, goods that have been delivered to them, goods that are pending delivery, cash payment that have been made and credit payment that are pending. All of these are sent to the buyer. So these are the documents that exchange hand between the buyer and the seller. In our next class, we're going to see how we can calculate turnover in business, your net profit, your gross profit, and other things that help you to know how your business is doing mathematically. Until I come your way next time, go over this video. Practice them, learn them, watch them again and again. Share our videos, ask your question below the comment box. It's my pleasure being here as always, and it's my pleasure seeing you drop by always. Thank you for being here. Till I see you next time, stay safe.